Welcome to your Fitbit full body short 20-minute strength routine. Now, you'll be able to complete this if you're a beginner. Follow Victoria and follow me for a more intermediate exercise level option. You'll also need a weight and a chair. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're going to start by warming our bodies up. So if you just stand with your feet underneath your hips, we're going to start with some neck rotation. So just take your neck through its fullest range, all the way round, chin to chest. We're going to do 3 each way. You don't need to go super slow, but really try and get into all those tight corners by making the biggest circle that you can. And then once you've done 3, go back in the opposite direction. And it always helps with this one if you actually close your teeth. You get a bit more of a feel of a stretching sensation. We've got 1 more to go.
My neck's cricking away.
Beautiful. And then with our arms now, we are going to take the arms up all the way back, and really do try and reach those arms back as far as you can to feel that chest and shoulder stretch. And then we're going to bring them back the way we came. So again, reaching back. We're going to move a tiny bit quicker. We're going to do 3 more. So up, reach back as far as you can. Feel that really nice stretch, and then reach back and bring them all the way back round. 2 more of these. Up and back. And this is often one of those areas that is a bit stiff and a bit tight, shoulders, because we spend our days looking at our phones, don't we?
That's it, addicted.
Okay, hips now. So I want you to either use something to balance on if you feel like you're a bit unstable. I'm going to do this with my hands behind my head. We're just going to make some big hip circles. So the leg's going to go up and out to the side, and then we're going to bring it back in. So it's kind of full rotation out, and then opening the knee, full rotation back in. And we're going to do 4 again. So a couple more on this side.
Honestly, my pubes are going to pop out of these shorts any second now.
Shorts. I think that's 4. Wearing our short shorts today because it's very hot in here.
Yeah, so if you're suddenly blinded by some ginger pubes, I do apologise.
Red on top and red down below. Right, I've totally lost count. But anyway, we're doing the same on the other side. So nice big hip circles. I feel like that's probably 4. Then what I want you to do, I'm going to do this one from the side. I'm going to basically go into a little bit of a hip hinge. So stick your bum back a little bit. One hand, let's start with our right, is going to hang down, and then we're going to just lift up. So again, we're just getting that nice rotation through the spine, opening out the chest and shoulders, and we're going to do 5 on one side. So you've got 3 more here. Last one, and then simply switch that over. So the hand's going to be placed on the knee, so you've got a little bit of support. And 5 on this side. So really reaching up, and do look up to that arm as well, so make sure that whole body kind of moves with the arm. 1 more
so
here.
Stiff today, Kelly. Oh my God, yeah.
All right, so hopefully this will help. Mini squat, so we're not going to go into a full squat if you're a beginner. So follow Victoria, you're going to do like a half squat, and I'm going to go into more of a full squat option. So stand with your feet shoulder width apart, slightly turn the toes out. I'm going to go full depth. But if you are a complete beginner, you might want to go just kind of halfway down.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
From the side. Look at that. There you go.
Side angle.
Little squat. Little squat.
Perfect. So we're going to do 4 more squats.
I see. I get the easy option today, which sounds fucking fantastic to me.
I always get the hard version. All right, and the next exercise we're going to do is just going to warm up the legs and hips a bit more. So I'm going to go for a full lunge with a overhead arm reach, but Victoria's just going to do like a step back with a soft knee, so not going into that full lunge. I want you to move fairly swiftly with this one, so not too slow. I'm going to do about 30 more seconds here. So as I step back and drop my knee under the hip, I'm going to really stretch those arms up, get the legs, get the arms moving. Get the blood pumping, try and stay on your feet. We've got about another 10 seconds, so just keep it moving for the last bit, and then we'll go into our strength section. So let's do 2 more, last one, and then we're going to get moving with our strength workout. Okay, so we're ready to go in the full body strength. You are going to need a dumbbell. First exercise is a reverse lunge. So I'm going to use my weight. Victoria is using a chair for support. Holding the weight in goblet position, which is in the chest, elbows in, shoulders relaxed. I'm going to demo a couple for you, but we are going to alternate a reverse lunge. So step back, drop the knee underneath the hip, and then push into that front heel to step together. Now we're working for 40 seconds, we're resting for 20, and we're going in 2, 1. Let's go with exercise number 1. So this is all about strengthening the legs, of course, but not just the thighs, also glutes, which are really important. Make sure the step back with this is long enough and that you're really encouraging that back knee to drop down towards the floor and get a full range of movement. So no half ranges. How are we doing, Vix?
Yeah, doing good. I was just suddenly like, oh my God, my pasty legs are like so out of my massive varicose vein. Nobody zoom in, all right? Because you're going to see pubes and veins.
Yeah. Keeping it real. Right, we've got 4 seconds left here, and then we are going into bent over rows. Okay, so this is where we take a 20-second pause. Do what you want. Let me demo the next exercise. So Vix, you're going to use your chair and your weight. I'm going to be more of a freestanding row. So we want to go into that hip hinge, stick the bum back straight, and then I'm going to pull this weight towards my hip and then release. We're going to do one side at a time. No, we're in, aren't we? 40 seconds, let's go. And I'm really trying to encourage my shoulder to stay away from my ear. So when I row, I'm kind of pulling back towards my hip rather than what I tend to see a lot, which is this chicken wing row up to the armpit. So we want to avoid that. We want to keep the elbows close into your rib cage, and we want to pull that weight back towards the hip. Do you feel that in your upper back? 8 seconds left on this one, and again we'll take that 20-second pause in between each one. So really nice, easy form. Take your rest. Tempo-wise as well, just to guide you on this one a little bit more, make sure that you lower the weight down slowly. Now we haven't started, so you don't need to join in, but just in case you're kind of just dropping that weight down, use your muscles to guide it down. Now we're onto the other side in 2, 1, and let's go. So we want a bit of support if you're doing the complete beginners or beginner level. And obviously I'm freestanding, so I'm using a few more of my muscle groups. Freestanding. Lovely dulcet tones, so cute. All right, so we're over halfway. Now if you do need to use your hand, if you've gone for the slightly more advanced option, your lower back might be feeling a bit uncomfortable, just pop your hand onto your knee. You've got 7 seconds, so still focusing on those upper back muscles. Pull, release slowly. 2, 1, beautiful guys. Now, we're coming into squats. So for this one, whether you're beginner or advanced, a bit more advanced, we're going to use our chair. Now, I'm going to be doing a single leg squat. We'll switch halfway through. Vix is going to be squatting down to the chair. So everybody raise, if you're following me, raise your right leg. And then let's go. So I'm going to let my hips lead this movement. I'm going to be pushing my bum back. A little push off the chair, stand tall. So we've got about 5 repetitions on each leg. That's it. Perfect. And you want to do your last one on your left side. And then simply switch over now. And try and match the reps. That's not for you,
not
mate.
For me. I'm on 2 feet.
Woo. Slowly down. And if you're finding a single leg squat is just a little bit too hard, you can go slowly on the way down only and then use 2 feet to get back up. But we have gone to the end of that one.
Just have a little sit down, do a little number from cabaret.
Now, the next exercise is push-up. So Vix is going to be on her knees. I'm going to be doing the full version, but it's an incline push-up, meaning that we are slightly inclined from the floor. So you want to put your hands on the lip of the chair. We're in, aren't we? Let's go. Let's go. So I'm just dropping my chest between my hands. Just make sure, if you're following me, that your bum's slightly tucked under and you're not letting your midsection sink down, and your boobs are going through the middle of your thumbs. Push it up.
Tits to thumbs, tits to thumbs.
Tits to thumbs. Good. 15 seconds left.
I might need you to just do a little check on my form over here because I feel like my arms are flapping out.
Yeah, keep the elbows not too close in. We've done with that one.
So right there.
So I'm going to show you quickly when you're doing your push-ups elbows come out to like 45 degrees, unless we're doing triceps, but we're not. Now, last exercise, let's get down fairly quickly. Vix is going to do a glute bridge. I'm doing an elevated one, so feet are going out on top. I'm going to tuck my bum under. Absolutely crucial part of a glute bridge is a posterior pelvic tilt. So you make sure that your pelvis stays rounded, even as you lower down. And I'm really pressing my heels down into the chair. And we're going to just go at a sort of nice, even tempo with this one. So up, and then 2 seconds on the way down. Up. Put your mind into your glutes.
Do the ugly bum, that's what we call it.
What's that?
Do the ugly bum.
Ugly bum.
Like your bum, if your bum feels like it looks like the most granny bum that you've ever seen in your life, you're doing it right.
Tuck it under. All right, 5 seconds left. We are going back to the beginning for round 2. And we're going to take the 20-second rest now. Come back up, and we're back into, it's a reverse lunge. All right, so going through everything one more time. Let's just move this slightly out. So grab your weight if you're following me into goblet position. We're going in 4, 3, 2, 1. It's an alternating reverse lunge. So stepping the legs back, drop that back knee underneath the hip, press into that front leg when we come back to the start position. That's the leg that we're really encouraging to do the bulk of the work with this one.
Temperature's rising now, heart rate's up.
Yes.
Getting a little bit of an armpit sweat on. All
Always.
good signs that our bodies are working.
Right, we're 15 seconds out from finishing this one, so just keeping going, using those strong glutes and thighs to finish off. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, well done. Right, so it's rows next. Again, I'll just quickly remind you of a row. Make sure you're bent over enough, shoulder away from ear, pull the weight towards your hip with the elbow close into the ribs. I'm now beginning to.
She's losing her breath, we're ready to go.
All right, 2, 1, bend, pull. So what I tend to see with this one, I'm just going to go through this in case you are one of these people, is you're upright and your upper back is not bent over enough. So this kind of goes into your neck and your trap. So you really want to be bent over, pull the weight back, release it slowly. Elbows in as well, so don't wing them out. I'm just going to stop talking now. I've got no breath. I've got no breath left. 10 more seconds.
I think it's a good sign when the trainer is getting a bit of a puff on.
It's because she lumbered me with the 7 kg.
Yeah, that's it, I know.
3, 2, 1. Okay, switching round. You don't need to switch round.
No, I'm still here.
Use the chair in that position.
Now. You don't need me to show
You know what you're doing. Oh, still got. We have.
Send me little texts. Have a quick check on social media.
Tuck your pubes in. Tuck your pubes in.
Give me a clap.
All right, soft knee, not bending too much because we don't really want this to go into the legs. Chest lifted but shoulders really pulled back and down, elbows in. This is one that I tend to see people get wrong, or the form just needs correcting the most. So if I'm going over the queuing all the time, you know why. All right, my body's getting a bit tight, so I'm using my hands now just to support myself, focusing in on the form. You've got 7 seconds left, guys, so just a couple more repetitions. And what we work in here, we work in predominantly upper back strength, so that keeps us upright in our posture. Now we've done with that one, we're on to squats. All right, so the single leg squat version, just in case, let me just show you, in case the one that I did before was just a bit too challenging. What I mean is you can go slowly down and then use both legs to come up. We're in anyway, let's go. So left leg first. You can do the full one-legged version. You go for it.
This is like feeling so sticky on my bum now. Because the sweat's on it. It's a plastic seat. It's like, oh, that horrible feeling, like getting stuck to the leather seats in a car on a hot day.
Oh, switch your legs over, guys, if you're doing the one-legged. We're halfway through. And make sure you are lowering slowly if you're doing my version, and you're kind of just not going wallop down to the chair. You've got 6 seconds, so yeah, you've got 2 more in there. Last one. And then we move on to push-ups. So what I mean when we do this hips and the thumbs is that when we lower our body down, the chest down, sorry, we're not up here, shoulders between our thumbs. We've basically got, providing that your nipples and boobs are not down here.
Down to our knees, but you know, when they're in a bra, a well-supported bra, that's what we're aiming for.
Anyway, 40 seconds, let's do it. This is one where I actually find this hard. Push-ups are everyone's nemesis, aren't they? So not much talking from me.
This is where we give you some words of encouragement. Keep going, guys. You've got this. You're gonna feel so much better after this. All that jazz. That's what we're supposed to do, Kelly. This is normally where we're just like, fucking hell, this is a lot in it, bloody hell. Keep it. We're at 5 seconds, people.
Oh, last one.
That's it. Done. Don't need to do those again today.
Right.
Fantastic news.
And also, in other fantastic news, we've moved on to the last exercise of this block, which is either elevated bridges or it's glute bridges. And either way, you are working the back of the leg. Hamstrings, mainly glutes. Now we're in. Let's get the full shebang, 40 seconds in. So let's get moving. So up. Think about squeezing your buns at the top, slowly lowering. And what do we need to make sure of, Vix?
That we've got the posterior things, that I call it the granny
Ugly bum.
Ugly bum.
AKA posterior pelvic tilt. So we just want to bring the hips towards the ribs as we move up and down. That will encourage the glutes to activate, strengthen in a better position to be able to feel those muscles working. So 4 seconds. Wow, that was quick. 3, 2, and 1. And we're just going to move slightly away from the chair. So all I'm going to finish with today is a couple of stretches. So first of all, just bring your knees into your chest. Just take a moment here to take a couple of nice deep breaths. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through the mouth. Give me a couple more of those nice deep belly breaths.
This is where I normally let out a little toot.
You are welcome to, we can't hear you. Okay, and then what I'm going to ask you to do next is just keep hold of the right leg, let the left leg travel down towards the floor, with the right knee coming over the body, with the left hand just on the outside of the knee. We're just going to do that nice full body twist. Let your right arm just hang out to the side if that feels comfortable to do so. So we get a little bit of a stretch through chest and shoulders as we hold this. So this is more about glutes and lower back. And just try and encourage your body to kind of resist any tension. So just really let it go. Use your exhales. And then we're going to bring that back in. I'm just enjoying that sensation. So we're going to switch the legs over. Keep hold of the left knee, let the right leg extend down towards the floor. And then with that right hand, we're just going to again encourage the left knee to come over the body.
Oh mate, I wouldn't risk that. It's like petting a dog. It's so hairy.
Is it? It felt really smooth to me. And again, just stay here, nice 2 or 3 deep belly breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And on the exhale, we're just really trying to let the body relax. Long, slow exhale. Beautiful. And then bring that back in. And what we're going to do is come over onto our fronts. We're going to finish in a child's pose. So this is just a really nice one to let any tension go in the hips and in the lower back. So if you bring your knees to the sort of outside edges of your mat, feet together, knees wide, we're going to stretch the arms forward as well. So we get a little bit of a stretch through the armpits and the lats. Let your forehead just gently rest on the floor. And again, just using the breath to encourage your body to relax in this position. Sometimes without knowing it, we're still kind of holding onto a bit of tension. So check in with your body. Use your exhale to try and let everything relax, release. And a couple more nice deep inhales to exhales as we hold the child's pose.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us in our full body strength session.
And if you want to work out with us some more, just click the link below and come and find us on the rest of the internet. See you later.